So what else do you got for me? Ah, yes, the antagonist. Oh, did you think it would be the German forces? Nah, it's Major Koenig, head marksman at the German Army Sniper School with 4 billion confirmed kills and on a first-name basis with the Grim Reaper. Played by Ed Harris. Look, Ed, I love you and all, you're one of my favorite movies, but if this doesn't end with you watching a naked fan dance, then this was all for naught. Anyway, John Glenn is brought up to speed and vows to be the beacon of hope, to work tirelessly, day and night, to support his men and— Actually, no. He only has one line.
I'll fix it so that he's the one who finds me.
I'll give it that Harris's performance adds 1,000 subtle touches, but this scene is criminally underwritten. Maybe if they included a bit where he overlooked a battle, or went to a hospital, or even talked to someone who saw Vasily in action. Just something to bring more depth to the character, possibly make him more likable. Oh wait, he's a Nazi. He's automatically unlikable. Anyway, Vasily's got his 9 to 5, and—
It's such a coincidence meeting you like this. Comrade Khrushchev was telling me just yesterday how desperately we're in need of operators who speak German.
I can't. Our militia's responsible for all the people in this neighborhood. I'm already desperately short of men.
We can take care of that. We'll give you 12 soldiers for everyone that speaks German.
I'd rather stay and fight.
Serving at headquarters is fighting. You'll be far more useful there.
I don't even know where to begin. First of all, the camera absolutely screams shot for efficiency with this AB setup that barely moves. Second, I'm sure that the actors are trying their best, but it's either a lack of direction, poor writing, or both that's making the dialogue sound atrocious. He's trying to convince her to work a desk job in the back with him, but he seems about as enthusiastic and convincing as a cactus wearing a mop. This is supposed to be Desperate Dan trying to convince the cute secretary to go out with him. How do you screw that up? All this leads me to my conclusion. Can we please have a love story focused on these guys? It seems a lot more interesting and realistic. Anyway, Glenn pimps in and starts shooting people. Oh sure, when Glenn does it, he gets covered in medals, but when I want to do it at a movie theater or a gas station, everyone gets all antsy. Who wrote this? I would never—
It's a trap.
It's a trap!
And our heroic Vasily reacts by running away. Yeah, let me go ahead and change heroic to pants wetter. Yeah, I don't want to be a liar. At least I think he ran away, because after Glenn shoots his friends, they're both in completely different locations in the next scene. I'm legitimately confused on what happened. Did Glenn think he killed Vasily? Did they call a truce and walked away? Were they beamed out by the Starship Enterprise? Did the writers and editors have a collective brain fart? Yeah, it's probably the last one. Ron Perlman! Damn it, Perlman, what are you doing here? You're better than this! You were in— Okay, yeah, but he did go on to bigger and better stuff. Although I do find it funny how Ron played a Russian in the worst Police Academy movie. Does anyone even remember that one? Oh, and it turns out that the third point of this love triangle apparently did get the desk job. How exactly the commissar convinced her to do this can only be answered by Baby Jesus. And not to offend the little Baby Jesus, but I would like to know how he filled out the transfer paperwork with his stubby little baby hands. Anyway, forget about that now. It's party time with Nikita! Russian party! Yeah, no. It's actually a Soviet Union party, in that they stare at a picture of Joseph Stalin. Sorry about that. That wasn't for the drinking game, that was— well, you know. And then out of nowhere, we have a flashback of Vasily failing to shoot that wolf from the opening. Look, I understand the importance of this for obvious symbolism, but I feel like it would have been more effective during an actual sniper battle. That way, the realization could emphasize the danger and could make Vasily start cracking from under the pressure. You know, so we can eventually get to that whole character study part of the film. Or should I start taking shots for every missed opportunity? So, Ron and Vasily hit the streets and run into a machine gun.
pants.
Oh shit, are you okay, Perlman?
These are new pants. I just took them off a captain from the 251st yesterday.
That's our Ron! And we also learned that he has metal teeth.
Are you funning me, son?
Huh. But then one of Vasily's comrades is captured and Glenn dresses him up as a Nazi soldier as a decoy. Gotta admit, it's not a bad idea. I mean, unless his friends notice that it's him and don't shoot him. Our heroes, ladies and gentlemen, shooting everything and anything without a second thought.
Don't you think that was strange? That last one. They sent him out to get shot like the others.
Oh, so now you think of it.
I don't give a shit about telephone guys.
And then you dismiss it in the next sentence. Whatever. Poetic justice? Yeah, not really. Actually, let's take another look at that. Okay, so he has a running start, and then he turns around and drops straight down? Apparently physics was not a part of the film crew. Not only would a 9mm bullet not have the force to push his body in that manner, but his momentum would have carried him over to the other side. He should be lying right there, not... Okay, can we move on? Dead Ron Perlman is very disturbing to me. Wait, are you guys drinking? I didn't hear a dramatic shot.
Vodka is a luxury we have.
We have to take a coin flip on whether we drink it or we fire it.
Caviar is a luxury we have.
Previous comment. So apparently Nikita wants his sniper business to be over with. Ah, don't worry, Nikita, let me just fast forward for you. The connoisseur then offers Triangle a fish. How romantic.
There's plenty more if you're hungry.
Creepy. Creepy!
I want to be reassigned.
Oh, thank God. Vasily comes home to praise Glenn's sniping skills, but the connoisseur is more interested in Triangle. Connoisseur, you're in the middle of a war, and your greatest asset's life is at stake. Keep it in your pants! Yeah, I know, can love bloom on a battlefield, but do you know what his battlefield is?
It's a victory.
I'm sure it's bad for him too, but perspective is all I ask for. Vasily goes to talk to Triangle and, well, how do I put this? She filed a report about a group of civilians that included her parents that were taken by German forces and were executed.
I know they died together. They would have never let themselves be separated.
Now learning that has to be horrific and traumatizing. But watch this without the audio. It's either from a lack of direction or the actress couldn't say the lines and cry in the same take. Probably the latter, because after they cut away, she suddenly sprung a leak. I'm sure the actress is trying, but blandly reading the lines in a flat monotone completely kills this scene. Anyway, Glenn and Vasily get another sniper fight where Vasily is separated from his rifle, so he... Gun fishing was actually a popular sport in World War II Russia. I'm sure this is just Vasily's stress reliever. Ooh, it looks like he's really in a big one! What most people don't know is that the Russians and the Germans actually went to war not because one side attacked the other, but because they got in between one or the other's guns, much like in this scene. Then some glass falls in a place where Glenn can look at... No. You gotta be kidding me! At the very least, the glass would have shattered and probably would have cut up Vasily. Don't give me this bullshit convenience. I mean, what's next? Will the building collapse on top of Glenn, killing him and ending the movie? Never mind. Go ahead and do that, movie. Meanwhile, the commissar tries to convince Triangle to work an office job with him, and didn't we have this scene already? What, do you think you've been put in the friend zone? Triangle shows up to save Vasily. I'm sorry, did I say save? I mean, he's going to tell Triangle what to do so that he can save both of them. You know what? I don't even care at this point. Although he does shoot Glenn in the hand. So what's Glenn going to do to retaliate? Why does this movie not want to show how they get away from each other? Do they just piss off when one of them gets a boo-boo? Ew, that hurt. I'm going home. So apparently, Sasha has been helping Glenn all along. Why? Because he gives him chocolate. Congratulations, skateboard kids from the Secret Life of Walter Mitty! You have a new friend to play with! Meanwhile, Vasily is drunk, right behind you.
In the forest, the wolf lives for 3 years, the donkey for 9. The donkey lives longer because he's more useful.
So, I'm a donkey.
Well, you have one, that's really what I'm saying. And then we finally learn about Vasily's hopes and dreams!
I want to work in a factory.
To be fair, the actual Vasily Zaitsev did go on to be a director in a textile factory, so good job, movie, you got something about the character right. There's still that whole love triangle thing, but who's really paying attention? Not me! So, what are you up to, Commissaire? Jeez. Okay, but that's not all. That's not all. We also get the most awkward love scene ever. Tell me, does this look like a place to get it on? If you do, then I would love to introduce you to your new home. So then we get the superhero wants to quit to protect his loved ones cliche. Man, I'm so sick of that cliche. If I can remember one right now. Actually, I wish it was that cliche. At least they do it for selfless reasons. He's doing it to cover his ass.
I can't carry that weight anymore.
That was for all the people counting on you that you just shot in the gut.